Alright, trading recap for the 21st of October. Basically, Max lost a 3R. Um, yeah, I traded Crocs, CCL, AAL, FCX. So Crocs had earnings. I took it when I thought it was holding above pre-market highs. Right here, the green line. I'd written right here. I was looking for it into 162. But I thought it was easy for it to slap back down into volume. That's exactly what happened. This was actually a mistake. I did not mean to enter because DOS somehow had a dash here. If you have a dash and you try to buy, one share, it'll say this: do you want to continue? And that's basically what happened. And by the time I just clicked out of it, it was in. So whatever, that was a half our loss. I don't know how, because it's not where I wanted to place my stop. I had it down here, not like it would have mattered in any case. So that might have started my day off well. This was not too bad of a trade. This was like a 2-minute 3-bar play. Here, look at the wicks, the bottom wicks on this thing. I could have taken partials at 1R, and then when it broke the trend line, couldn't punch higher when SPY was moving up here, and it just couldn't punch any higher, and it screwed around this big volume area here. I thought it was done. The reason I had this on my watch list is because it just looked bottomed out, and it had good pre-market volume, and I thought it had a catalyst. I mean, a scammy little upgrade. So there it is. Stopped myself out when it failed to make new highs, and I thought this was the curl down. It's got out some of it, and then I knew this was over, even though my stop loss was down here. CCL, AAL. Traded this thing because the other one had stopped out. I obviously bought, like, this is the ugliest 3-bar play in planet Earth. Was looking really strong. Was looking for it long above 1960. Did that right. It had earnings. Anyway, I mean, look at this thing. That had a gorgeous run of like 10 bars. Now it's come back down. Like it, whatever. I was looking for it above this level here. I knew it had a ton of overhead resistance, like I right here. But I just thought with a catalyst like earnings that it could really go. So got in, stopped out. Then it came back on such strong volume that I had to get back in. Such strong volume. It was like, this is the clear out, let's go. No, of course it wasn't. Stopped out again. Some hotkey mistake, no big deal. CLA, LFCX. This one gapped down on earnings. It was basing here, and I was looking for it, but it was too strong in pre-market, so I wasn't sure it would actually break down. Earnings, so came down, tested this volume, and said nope. So technically it had already done its daily ATR, but I mean, it can obviously do 2x the ATR as it's on the catalyst as well. So it looked like it just did a quick flush, and then it kept rejecting the open price, kept rejecting anything higher, and so I got in for the curl down, and I didn't want much. I wasn't necessarily looking for this. I was only looking for like 2R. I was looking for here, and then for it to screw around back to VWAP. So I don't think I had that high expectations, and then once it threw this, and it was a fake out. I mean, I don't know what's up with this, like how there could be such a gap in the candles, whatever. I got out some here, and then when it didn't go back lower, I knew this was a squeeze, and I was right because my stop loss was up here. So I seem to be very good at stopping myself out early, just not anything else. I traded all of these. I did not trade IBM. IBM gap down, and it's been bleeding ever since. I just didn't have anything. I was looking at it here. Actually, it was throwing big bottoming wicks, and I thought it might, but I knew it was weak as well, and it didn't make a 5-minute 3-bar play or anything, so there was nothing I could just really take it on. FCX, we went through Tilray. Tilray was the one trade that I missed. Right here was perfect. 1-minute 3-bar play. Had a 3-day 3-bar play. Had no news, but I thought it had a decent chance. This could have been would have put stop loss somewhere here. I don't know. $1 million move could have been. Once it punched above here, it was game over. Yeah, that one I missed by, I think I looked here somewhere and I was like, that's it, can't touch it. And then this I was just using as a gauge, Norwegian Cruise Lines for my Carnival Cruise Lines, because this one was working earlier. And when this one was punching up, I was using it as a gauge to see if Carnival would, and then it failed. Usually after this, if it can reclaim the trend line, sometimes it can go, but when it didn't reclaim, I had a pretty decent chance. But I held on to it here at this base where the volume node is, because sometimes if base is at VWAP, I knew it was a 50-50 shot. It was either going to go or it wasn't, and I was going to stop out, and that's why I held on to it, because at 50-50 you're already in. I thought it could base, and it looked couple times like it wanted to. Anyway, that's my trading recap. 3-hour loss. I don't know that I really did anything wrong. I mean, I had the hotkey air to begin, but it wasn't really. I had, like, this is a good flush out here. There's no reason not to take this. Yeah, whatever. I think that's just part and parcel, really.